evolved into it, or different kinds of wells, the ancient ones which were there, which has the supernatural elements attached with it. Okay, this is the theme of today's video, so I wanted to just clarify this. Okay, now listen, now we are talking typically about supernatural events. That does not mean that all the wells in the villages or any other place where it's situated are supernatural or have some danger attached with it when it comes to supernatural sciences. No, I am typically saying that we are talking about few cases in which things through the well also had the supernatural elements attached with it. How? That is something that we are discussing. Okay, so I hope this is clarified. Now let's get started. Now there were plenty of cases in which people wrote to us. I think 4 years back or 3 years back, something like this. I don't remember exactly. But a couple of years back they wrote to us, and I think 6-7 of them wrote to us in this time frame that the places they were staying was mostly when people had shifted their houses. Some of them were getting posted, some of them were actually shifting their place. Sometimes some of them were buying a new house in which there was a water body, okay, or there was a well, because in the ancient times the water, procedure or the resource was a well, all right, in which the water used to be collected, and that used to be coming out from that. The people used to take out water from the buckets and use for their houses, the normal activities. So that was only one of the major things, and a resource and a facility for the house ladies as well. Okay, so that provision how that provision can also turn out to be evil and dangerous is something that we are talking about. And these people wrote to us that suddenly when they had taken this property or they shifted in this property, strange things started happening with them. Okay, they actually started feeling that someone is around the house, they are not alone, and very creepy feeling when they enter that house or when they stay there, even in the afternoon time, not just in the night. Nights are more horrible, but the thing is, even in the afternoons they were feeling a lot of headache, a lot of heaviness around them, or sometimes even that someone is sitting next to them but they could not see anything, but the feeling was so strong that it was so creepy that they just wanted to leave that house and run away, and it started increasing. And moreover, their children, people who have children at this point of time, okay, their children could sense out that someone is calling them, or maybe they were able to see some shadows around the well area, okay. And when they used to tell this to their parents, the parents never used to believe them. They used to think that they're just joking around or they're doing some sort of a prank with them, which was not so true, which was completely untrue. The idea was that the children could sense that and could see that because there were few entities which were trying to be friends with the children. Okay, so the history behind that of one of the cases I'm telling you, and many a times this is also shown on Discoveries and many other platforms which are showing the natural haunting episodes and the supernatural activities or the paranormal cases in which a lot of deaths had happened and people were thrown inside that well, okay, any one particular water body, and then of course their spirits or their souls or whatever you may call it could not do the clearance towards a different dimension, and that evilish effect and that demonic effect started coming on them, and they made sure that anyone who enters that place or enters that house should not be living happily, and they just wanted that person to just get away. And in few cases they wanted the help themselves, they wanted to communicate and ask for help as well. So there are possibilities, and there have been possibilities in reality, and the facts that many people died and were thrown in or murdered and thrown inside the wells, okay, and the sense of revenge or the sense of being there in that place was so strong that anyone who enters that place or the venue for that matter has to face those consequences and have to face the identity. They give their identifications, their presence, I would say, not identifications, deaths of children also happened in one of the wells, and the other human children who were there, in that house could see those children, and they were communicating with them, of course. And in few of the cases, I've also seen that, some of the parents were troubling their children, or maybe one of the relatives were troubling the children from behind, and these entities which were supernatural, being supernatural also, they were helping the children. Okay, so things like that also do exist. And when I say evil well or the danger of well, I simply mean that there are supernatural elements, and not all the time they try to help you. But yes, in few situations, in few cases, they have done this also. Okay, so if you're feeling or you're facing anything like this, let me tell you, get your diagnosis done, because every time it's not a help, it can also turn into danger, and anything that's supernaturally involved is something that is not natural. Being a human, it's not natural. So get your diagnosis done, which is a paid service, and you'll be knowing that something like this is happening with you or not. And if it is happening, it's time for you to act ASAP, because this can really turn out to be dangerous in future. Okay, so I hope this video helps you in analyzing if something like this is happening, and take some important decision on correct time without wasting time, and save life for yourself and for your near and dear ones. Okay, so that's about it. I'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye.